Hey everybody, welcome back to day 2, Breakfast with Bob from Clash Miami. My name is Bob Babbitt, brought to you by SFuels, HOKA, Master Spas, deboer wetsuits, Premium Plus Sports, and of course, our Challenged Athletes Foundation. Our next guest, Olympic silver medal in the mixed relay in 2020 in Tokyo, and he has already qualified for Paris. Mr. Morgan Pearson joins us. That's a nice thing, huh? Already qualified for Paris.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's
you should.
Yeah, it's nice, and hopefully planning the season well and have my best race in Paris.
And tomorrow you're racing here.
Yeah, the Continental Champs.
Yes, and you've raced, did you race in Daytona a number of years ago? I can't remember.
Kind of. I wouldn't say I raced.
So it was the end of the season, you sort of just jumped in?
Well, it was 2020, the COVID year.
Yes.
And I had about 2 weeks of riding on the TT bike, and I made it about 2/3 of the bike, and then my legs started really cramping up. I got off the bike. I was like, oh, I could do well, I'm training well. I get up, and then I'm like, I just want to finish. So I pull over. I'm like, I'm gonna stretch for a couple minutes. I literally cannot step off my bike. I'm just my whole body's shaking because that course is so brutal if you don't ride your TT bike, because you're just in the TT position for the entire time. And I probably did 6 serious training rides on it, maybe probably less.
Yeah.
On that bike, and I just wasn't ready. But it gave me a high respect for these types of races.
Well, because you never get out of the saddle. You're just in that aero position forever.
And I don't even train on a TT. I don't even have a TT bike anymore. So
yeah,
it's probably really hard for guys who train on the TT bike. But when you're just training on a road bike, most of the time,
your hamstrings just have to.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. And of course, I was like, I need a really aggressive position. I need to be super. I should have just. Honestly, I should have ridden my road bike and just gotten destroyed on the bike. Nib. Yeah, and I don't know about that, but just kind of enjoyed the experience during COVID, and I got greedy, and then. Yeah, I couldn't walk for a week. So
I need the most aero position possible because I'm competing with the best guys in aero position. And then I'll just get off and run. It won't be a big deal.
Exactly.
I'll run 28, 29-minute 10Ks and swing a couple of those together, and we're golden.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I thought I could win.
Why else would you be there?
Yeah.
So, of course you thought you could win.
Didn't work out, but I'm back, and hopefully this one goes a little bit better.
So when in Paris for the test event, you're not even on a start list.
Yeah.
You're on a wait list.
I am on the wait list. Yeah.
And how nerve-wracking. So you fly over there. When did you find out that you're in?
So I went over about 2 weeks before the race, 9 days, 10 days. I can't remember exactly. And I was 6th on the wait list, maybe 5th. And it was just kind of a gamble to fly over there. And,
right.
At worst, I could see the course. There was a relay. Maybe I could do the relay. So it wasn't a total, I wasn't just going for the vacation. And you knew you were fit. Yeah, and I knew it's a really good chance to make the Olympics if you do get in. So it was worth it for me to go over there and let's see.
Now, did you have to finish top 8 or something?
Top 8, yeah.
Top 8, and then but if 2 Americans finished top 8, they'd both go?
I
think
I don't remember.
Somebody's on a podium.
I think you had to get for 2 to qualify. The first had to be on the podium.
Right,
and the second one had to be in the top 8.
Right.
But yeah, so the day before the race, I still was on the wait list. We do some training in the morning, whatever, and then we go to the pool in the afternoon. And I was with my coach, and somehow no one told him that I got in. But I got back to the hotel, and I just got back on the Wi-Fi, and I saw, congratulations, you got in. And I just thought it was a joke, but I got it from enough people, and I was like, wow, I think I actually got in. And yeah, I mean, honestly, at that moment, I was just like, I need to conserve emotional energy.
Right.
For the race, I'd call my mom, call, people and let them know, hey, I'm racing. But I just was like, I can't even bother. I sent them obviously I let them know I was racing, but I was like, I'll call you after the race, whatever. It was such a roller coaster of emotions that week, thinking I would probably get in, to thinking I wouldn't get in, to just seeing the course and getting excited about the course and realizing I probably wasn't going to race. So I just want to conserve emotional energy, and I just kind of I went for I was going to do a 5-mile run, and I cut it to 3 miles instead because I wanted to save the legs.
Yeah.
So yeah, it all worked out, and it was cool. it was cool.
What now did you feel after training on the course a little bit? Okay, this course is gonna be good for me.
I mean, I
always
think
hard to
I
tell.
could do well on any course, so
Right.
it didn't really concern me. It was more, you know, you had the Eiffel Tower in the background. It was just such a scenic, you know. I did the Tokyo Olympics, and you know, it was a cool course, but it wasn't. It wasn't really a memorable.
No, you're in a
scenery.
parking lot
Yeah.
for a lot of it, and you're
So-
all those laps. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
So it was just like I was like, this is gonna be, and there was no fans.
yeah.
Which it was COVID, whatever.
Right.
But I was just getting really excited, not just about like the atmosphere that I mean, it was already a great atmosphere at the test event. I was like, next year is gonna be
Crazy.
whether I'm here or not, it's gonna be insane. And I was like,
Yeah.
I really want to be here. So that's kind of the excitement where that came from.
So, do you think at the end of the day it was sort of a blessing in disguise? The fact that
No.
because you would have rather known and prepared.
I think I would have liked to know. I mean, honestly, it was, you know, it was a great test for me to do. You know, maybe that was the bless. Like I learned to be patient, and I mean,
Right.
I've hopefully been, you know, I've had stuff dealing with stuff like that in the past, but I think it was a great test. But I don't think it actually helped my rate. Like,
Right.
It was a very emotional week. Like, just I was, you know, excited to be there, and then I was frustrated that I wasn't on the start list, and then I was mad at myself for getting injured the year before and having a bad ranking, and then I was, you know, mad at random people for no reason, just emotion, you know.
Right,
So,
yes.
But it all, you know, kind of worked out, and
How'd the race
yeah.
play out?
the race was all right. I think I got out of the water top 20.
Mm-hmm.
First lap, kind of, you know, it's a bit, everyone's a little bit spread out, and I kind of bridged up to the leaders, that main pack. So I was there's probably a group of 22-ish,
Yeah.
24, I don't know. And then we were riding, I just sat in. I didn't really see a reason to go to the front and lead. I just,
Yeah,
that
why?
first lap was really hard, and then I just conserved. And then I don't know what lap the rest of the major, like, obviously everyone didn't make the lead pack, but it was probably a lead pack of 45 or something.
Wow.
So they all kind of bridged up, and I just kind of relaxed. I tried to be smart. A few laps I kind of was trying to move around and just see how that felt, get to the front, go to the back, just kind of honestly just test out the course and just,
Sure.
you know, try different things and just get a good feel for it. And then, yeah, the run was, I probably went out a little fast. I don't know what motivated me to do that, but I think it was just that, you know, I was like, if I can get the pack down to 8, then I can go
Yes.
to the Olympics. And I was like, so I
Yeah.
just kind of hammered the first lap,
Yeah.
and then.
And
yeah.
you had to make sure that no American was in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that was part of it too. I just, you know, I went by a few Americans, and I was just, you know, almost was like daring them to try to come with me. But
You're right.
they didn't. And yeah, I mean, I think I was, you know, Alex E went up the road a little, and I was in a pack of, I don't know, it was changing. You know, some guys were falling off, some guys were catching back up. But by the end, there was 5 of us with Alex up the way, and I just, you know, that last 400, I kind of just enjoy, you know.
Yeah, you know, if you know you're top, you're 6th.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been cool to fight for the podium, but it was such an emotional week, and such a, you know, honestly, 2 years of just fighting to get on that start line, or even get to the Olympics. And I just soaked it in, and just was like, next year it's going to be a fight to the finish line no matter what. So let's just enjoy the last minute of this race and
Celebrate.
Yeah, exactly.
Celebrate.
Exactly.
Like
So
you made the Olympic team. If you picked off another guy, it didn't make any difference.
Exactly.
You're still going to
Yeah,
the Olympics.
exactly.
There's no
So-
Americans in the neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, like, just being able to, you know, I got 6th. There's not, you know, I didn't, you know, it's almost like I think it's almost a nice to not be on that podium. It's a little less pressure.
Yeah, going for next year.
Yeah. You know, obviously it would have been nice to get the points and prize money and all that, but I just being a little bit under the radar is probably good.
Not a good thing. And just
Yeah.
the best thing is knowing that I don't have to do anything between now and the Olympics. I mean, you have to train, obviously.
Yeah.
But you don't have to have any performances.
Well, I don't have to train. I could go out of shape and get last. But yeah, I'm not going to do that.
You get
but-
some good media around there.
Yeah.
So what were the injuries you were dealing with? Because you're coming off of
so
you're coming off
20
of Tokyo, and you're going, okay, we were great in the mixed relay.
Yeah.
And now I can focus on Paris.
Yeah, so 22, my ankle was, well, it actually started with my hamstring.
I think I saw you in a boot somewhere.
Yeah, that was
the
at
USA
the age group
Triathlon.
nationals.
Yeah, age group
Yeah.
Milwaukee. Yeah.
So kind of, I don't know. The first injury I got that year was I actually was in Florida. I did a running race, and my hamstring got messed up.
Yeah.
And then I was coming back from that, and then my ankle got messed up, and it was really an ankle injury, Achilles, and some other stuff going on. Honestly, years of kind of just pounding and running and
Right.
maybe not doing the right things in the gym and that sort of thing. So then my ankle, and eventually that got healthy through some help from some doctors. I got healthy at the end of the summer in 2022, and then so I was able to finish the year with one good race, which was nice.
Yeah.
And then last year was my back. Kind of all year. I mean, even in that Paris race, I was dealing with, obviously it wasn't an injury where I couldn't train, but it just every race my back would just seize up, and not to the point where it was just unbearably painful. My hamstrings would get tight. At the grand final, even my calves were like grabbing, and it just, it was a tough.
Your body was out of balance, man.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on, and honestly, tomorrow is a big test of how things are going, and it's an Olympic distance.
Right.
It'll be a fast
Good
bike.
field.
And it'll be a good test of how my body's doing. I've changed a few things in training and with my bike fit and the gym, and I'm feeling positive, but also tomorrow's the race itself isn't that important, but for me to go out and test my body is really important, and hopefully it goes well.
So between now and the Olympics, are there things you have to do? Or you can
for USA Triathlon.
Yeah, for USA, do you have to travel?
I don't think so. So the first WTS of the year is actually tomorrow in Abu Dhabi. I chose not to go to that.
Right.
I chose to stay in the U.S., focus on training, do the Olympic. That's a sprint. I wanted to do an Olympic distance, test my body over that.
Yep.
Distance. It's I did the sprint. Didn't really seem to bother my body last year.
Good.
So it was smart to do the Olympic, and then so I'll miss that one. Let's see. Yokohama in Italy WTS are in May, so I'll do those.
Okay.
I don't know if I have to, but I'm choosing to.
Yeah, you still want to stay sharp.
Yeah, exactly. You want to stay sharp, and then the Olympics is in July, the end of July, early August. The last WTS before the Olympics is Hamburg, and I probably will do that one.
That makes sense. And then just stay in Europe.
Yeah, I'll probably do that one. And there's a relay there as well, so that'll be that's a sprint and a relay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's certainly, I'll probably have 3 WTS going into the Olympics, and then this one. So yeah, it'll be I think it's a good amount of racing, a lot of training. I think I'll take one more kind of down period between now and the Olympics to kind of reset. And
right.
Yeah, it's just a long year. You want to be on the upswing going into the big
question.
races. So.
No question. And after obviously you just think about the Olympics at this point. Do you think about the rest of the season after that? Will you continue WTS?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Right now, my goal, I'll miss Abu Dhabi, but I think there's Montreal WTS in mid to late September.
Mm-hmm.
So I think after Paris, I'm gonna hopefully stay there for the full 2 weeks.
Yeah, go check out the rest of the Olympics.
Yeah, we didn't really get to do that in Tokyo. My family's coming. Just really try to soak it in. And then I might probably come back, take a week of, I don't know, training, but just, no matter how I do, I think there will be something to celebrate. Just being able to qualify is a really big deal. So,
time.
Just, spend some time with family, friends, and then I'll try to gear back up for Montreal, and then the grand final in Spain, and then I'm going to try to run a half marathon the week after Spain. I'm trying to in Valencia. There's the week after. This is all like a new plan, but and honestly, it's good for me because I think after the Olympics, the motivation to do another triathlon it'll be there, but I think having something else a little bit different is always good too.
Yeah.
And I love doing running races and all that. So
doing a fast half marathon would be awesome.
Yeah, and it's like the week after in Spain, and it'll be so that's kind of an exciting thing for me too. So that'll probably be my season. I don't know if I'll do anything else after that. That's end of October. So
Yes.
there'll still be 2 months of the year.
Do you see after this Olympics, do you move to these type of races, the T100 type of thing, or do you think going towards LA? Obviously depends on coming with a medal.
Well, that's not true. I was going to say I haven't thought about it. I've thought about it a lot, and I don't have strong feelings. I want to see how this year goes. I want to see how, like, I do believe I can do well in Paris and be competitive at the front of the race. And that's kind of my big goal.
Right. Kind of. It's the Olympics.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't even have a time trial bike. So it's doing a race like you need that. It's just a completely different sport.
It is.
And I'm not saying I'll never do it. Maybe after Paris I'll be, attracted to it. But
right.
I have a lot of respect. Like, it's just such a, it took me a while to kind of get good at short course. And I have a lot of respect for learning a new sport, and I see it as a completely different sport.
It is. It's funny. I remember talking to Hunter Kemper.
Yeah.
And I said, so, okay, you've done 4 Olympics now. You're going to move up to 70 points? No.
Yeah.
If I have to carry a gel, I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah. So and honestly, with my back last year, like
good point.
Doing a longer race, like, I mean, who knows? I'm sure there's stuff I can sort out and do, but it's just, I've had so many like low points in my career that trying to relearn a sport, I don't know, but maybe I will. I can't say. Maybe I'll do the what's that one in California at the end of the year, December.
Not the Ironman.
No, the 70.3.
Oh, 70.3.
La Quinta.
La Quinta. Yeah. Palm Springs. There you go.
That's one I've thought about. Like, I could just find a TT bike, jump in.
Yeah, flat bike course.
Yeah, like that. Just go for a taste of it. Hopefully, prepare better than I did for Daytona in 2020. So maybe I'll do that. But it's not. It doesn't. The Olympics for me growing up, that was that was it. I was a swimmer, I was a runner, and that's the peak of those sports.
It is.
So for me, the whole reason I started triathlon was to try to go to the Olympics.
Yeah, wasn't to go to Kona or that stuff. No.
And that's not to disrespect those athletes.
Different thing.
I know that's what some people at the pinnacle of triathlon is for them, but for me, it's the Olympics. So
love it.
I'm really focused on that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for taking time, Morgan.
Of course, thank you.
Morgan Pearson has been our guest. He will be racing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Very exciting. And then will you hang out and watch some of the racing later? And we got I think the para races at 10, and then the afternoon you got the women and the men.
For the T100? I'm not sure. I'm staying in Fort Lauderdale. My dad lives in Fort Lauderdale, so
you're going to go party, baby.
Well, I don't know if maybe we won't get our triathlon fixed tomorrow and we'll want to come back.
I doubt it.
But we'll see. Definitely, if I'm not here, I'll be tuning in and kind of following along on YouTube or whatever is on.
Well, if we don't see you beforehand, best of luck
in
Paris. It's going to be really fun. We need an American on the podium there.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, hopefully with the relay, individual, men's and women's, I think we have a strong team.
We do.
We got to figure a few things out, but I think if we can put it together, we'll be really strong.
Love it.
Yeah.
Again, Breakfast with Bob, Clash Miami. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. See ya.